Yeah, so last week I introduced you to Brad Taste in music, and we were very gentle, but we did laugh a little bit at him, and I was hesitant to be any meaner than that because I don't have any hatred for the guy or whatever. I didn't like what he was doing. I think he's enabling this BS nanny stuff that these people do on Twitter where they try to tell you what to say and how to behave, and it drives me nuts. And I don't like to see people supporting it. So, that's why I covered it initially. But Brad has continued to spiral down and do more and more apologies. And he put out this video a bit ago, and he's got some more confessions and apologies and whatnot for us.
What's up, you guys? It's Bradley here, and I am very nervous recording this. Um, Kind of a big deal
Right
for
off the
me.
bat.
I today want to
Nervous.
set the record straight with a lot of stuff. Basically, on this channel, I have said a lot of things without really thinking about them that much. Especially there was a
It's just your
period
job.
of a couple of years, or
It's your
even just a
job, yep.
year.
For years, he hasn't been thinking about what he's been saying. It's just so insane. Like, what? What?
In like
Why
maybe
would you
around
do that even if it
2000
was the case?
Yeah.
whatnot, where I was, or not 2000, 2020, where I was very mentally unstable and very unwell. And then I ended up, so I was on weed at the time. What I ended up doing,
On weed. Again, this language where weed is this heroin level drug. And again, I'll say weed can definitely make your life worse or whatever. But when I hear people complaining about weed on this level, it sounds ridiculous to me. It's like complaining that caffeine ruined your life, or nicotine ruined your life, or kratom ruined your life. If you can't handle that
No.
level of drugs, you're a baby. You have a child brain. Like, you should be able to handle those things. And even if they do impact you negatively, they should not be ruining your life. You should not be talking about how you're
Yeah.
doing them.
for the next few years
Yeah.
was campaigning against it and being very, I'll say, animated about what I had seen and about a lot of stuff. And I'd like to set the record straight and say that um, I was not well. I've not been well over the last.
It's so wild. Why say this? I've not been well. And I wanted to let you guys, the complete strangers who watch my videos, know that I've not been well for years.
Seems like a
Handful of
wild thing to
years,
admit
and a
on the
lot of what
internet.
I've said has been just straight up delusional. I'd like to
Just
explain
saying
that
delusional things.
a lot of information I've also said has just been straight up wrong, and I'm aware that I've pushed away a lot
So you also spread misinformation, like Trump. Ooh.
of people and upset a lot of people. Not just, particularly with weed, but with a lot of stuff. I've been saying things and making statements and just in general talking about stuff very to the point without really. I haven't been doing research on stuff. I've just literally been essentially spacing out. In fact, YouTube in general was kind of like.
Again, he's another one of these guys that hates Trump because he does misinformation and lies. But he's just saying, yeah, I say things without saying. I don't do research. I put out bad information. Why do we care about
Seems
anything you say, any of your opinions?
yeah. Seems of
My
a
way
lot of
of
hypocrisy in there.
disappearing
Hypocrisy. Excuse me.
from having
We
to
gotcha.
focus on anything or anyone besides myself. I have been
Fully
very
self-absorbed.
selfish. I have been very. Yeah, I've just been very selfish.
Like, you seriously, like, he did this in front of a green screen. I added the background. Obviously, he did not put this
Okay.
background on there. But
Oh,
I seriously could have. I considered putting this in like a therapy room as the background because he was nice enough to upload this video in front of a green screen. But I don't understand why he's doing it. It genuinely sounds like a therapy session. Everything that he's saying could be what you say to a therapist, and then they're like, "Oof, this is gonna be a rough one. You're gonna owe me a lot of money,
yeah.
bud."
And
Instead of
it
sharing
wasn't
with the
always
whole
like
world
this. I
instead.
believe in 2017, 2018, I was doing well. What ended up happening is I ended up having to go to college, and I became very resentful.
Listen to the having to go to college. That's like a 1%er in the world opportunity. You get to go to college. It's a massive privilege. People who go to college, even in first world countries where you already got super lucky, have a better, life expectancy and, wealth and all of that stuff. But he had to go to college. Wah.
Sounds very entitled.
Yep.
For my parents, I became resentful of my community.
And then he becomes resentful of his parents because he had to go to college. Just, what a baby.
Resentful of people who were in my community who did care about me and were trying to help me, as I essentially found. Well, let me put it like this. As soon as YouTube started popping off, I saw an opportunity. Not just an opportunity career-wise, but an opportunity to be a kid forever. Essentially, YouTube was an outlet to where I could dismiss my parents, dismiss my world.
Hell yeah.
Wouldn't have to
Screw
worry about
them.
where I'm at,
All they did
where
was
I
raise
am,
ya.
when I am, ever. I could just disappear into this, make videos, make money through that, and honestly, I could pay my way into never having to worry about anyone or anything ever again.
That just sounds like just insane. I'm not gonna say sociopath, psychopath, or whatever. That's lame, but that's unhinged to say. Like, let's hear that again.
Way into never having to worry about anyone or anything ever again.
That's what he wanted, to never worry about anyone ever again.
That's ridiculous. Why would you say that
Yeah,
out
but
the internet?
he is telling. He's straight up warning anybody who's his friend. Don't be his friend. He doesn't care about you.
This, of course, combined with the fact that I did end up starting to smoke weed, was really bad. What ended up happening is, when I was smoking weed, I started actually working through some stuff. Working through a lot of really difficult things. I started to see myself. And what ended up happening and what ended up undoing a lot of the progress I was making was, one day, I freaked out. And it was a
Only one
really
day?
bad freak out. But it wasn't for the reason I told people. I told people that I saw a television show and I thought what I saw was real.
Let's go back again.
It wasn't for the reason I told people. I told people that I saw a television show and I thought what I saw was real.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't know
You saw a
what that
television
means,
show and
man.
you told people you thought it was real.
That's what I've been basically peddling. That is not true.
And he even says peddling. You know who else peddles things? Snake oil salesmen. That's like
Yeah.
you hear those together with peddling snake oil. And that's what he's saying.
At all. That is pretty much what I've been telling myself happened, but that is not what happened. What ended up happening is I saw myself in a show about morality. I saw the fact that I was mistreating my parents, I was abandoning everyone, I wasn't listening to anyone but myself, and that I was a very selfish person. I couldn't handle this. I could not imagine dealing with this, so I suppressed it. That is where I was delusional. And I've been basically, I quit weed.
It's just like you uploaded this. Does it not sound like just kind of rambling? There's no point to this, but he pre-recorded it and uploaded it. But
Sounds
there's no overarching point to this. He's just telling us about what a bad person he is.
that's what it seems like to me.
And I shouldn't have done it even, like, before 25 or whatnot. Like, if anything, I definitely shouldn't have done. But what I ended up doing is I ended up interpreting this event as delusion, which was a delusional thing to do. I saw that for my whole life, I've been taking the easy route, and I've been manipulating people. I'm a very manipulative person. Or at least I was.
Jeez.
I'd like to say that I, in my heart, do not want to be that way, but I feel like for me, it was my way of surviving. I was scared of people. I was scared.
I was hardened by life to be a shitty person to everybody. It's like, dude, everybody goes through struggles and stuff, but we don't just become intentionally shitty, manipulative people who want to make money so we don't have to care about people. Okay, we
Yeah,
deal with our
that's
problems more productively than that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a very good model for mental health success.
of people. I couldn't trust anyone but myself. But then what happened is I started telling myself shit that wasn't true, so I couldn't trust myself. So if I can't trust myself and I can't trust other people, well, I went insane.
If I was you, then you'd be me, and I'd use your body to get to. Like, he is just nonsense.
And I've been essentially dealing with that insanity for the
what?
last 3 years? 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. I've been dealing with that for 4 years. I've had a lot of personality changes. I've acted differently. I've been going through a lot, but
Like, people's personalities do change, but they don't go through personality changes. That's what being fake is. If your personality just changes like that, you're being
Yeah.
either you were or you are or always were fake.
Yeah,
Most
that's what I
importantly,
get
I
out of
haven't
that
really been
too.
taking much seriously in life, and that's kind of what I want to do here. I want to just set the record straight.
You're doing
And
a terrible job.
you know, I want to apologize to the community that basically pretty much inspired me to start making videos on YouTube back when I was actually caring about people, back when I was caring about connections. I'd like to apologize to them because as soon as I was, my plan of avoiding everybody, what was it, getting rich and acting like I don't know anybody, right? As soon as that started to come to fruition, I just said fuck all of them. I didn't care about them anymore. I was just interested in
friends, fuck
numbers
my own
and
community.
attention.
Yeah.
So yeah, apologize to them. Honestly, in terms of apologizing, I'd like to apologize to myself. I've been way too hard on
Why does that need to be in a public video? You apologizing to yourself. Shut up.
myself throughout this whole process. I feel like I'm trying to find something to apologize to my audience for, but realistically, I'd like to apologize to the people who left my audience because they
What's
saw
the point of that?
me for being
Yeah, they're not
a
watching you.
selfish asshole. It's not that I don't care about people. I really was trying, but in my state of mind that I was in, it was
How are you going to say that? You just told us that you don't care about people, and you wanted to get to a position where it was super easy for you to not care because you made so much money. But now, I do
It
care about
sounds like-
people, though, guys.
Seems a little ridiculous.
a big challenge. I didn't know how to grow up. I'm 24 now, and I still believe that I was a kid, and that's tough. That's really tough. But I'd like to say that I have
Growing up's hard.
a lot of hope for the future, especially
You
since
sound
I feel
hopeful
like
as
I'm
fuck, bro.
reconnecting with my family. I'm going to be traveling more, and hopefully work is not going to be what it was before, which is, again, an escape from the real world. And that's all I got to say. Thanks for listening to me rant. Peace.
That was indeed a rant.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was fully unhinged, and that was a little while back that he did that. And then I was listening to Chud Logic's stream at work today, and this guy got into another controversy, and he's backing down again. There's this person, Rose Mulet, and they do music reviews or whatever, but they also have kind of crazy opinions about defending yourself in a essay situation. And I think they might have other crazy opinions, but that's the one I heard people talking about. And so Brad tweeted out about a video that Rose Mulet made and said, "Hey, this is a good video. You guys should check it out. If you're in my audience, you'd probably like this sort of thing." And then people told Brad, "Hey, that Rose Mulet person, they have bad opinions about uh, various things." And so then he starts apologizing and saying, guys, I'm so sorry. I was not aware of these things that Rose Mulet said." And then Rose Mulet is working on a video where she has all these DMs and stuff from Brad. She sent the unlisted video that she's working on to Chud, and he was watching it on his stream. And she has messages that Brad is sending her while he's apologizing on Twitter, or like the day or two ahead of time that he's throwing her under the bus. And he's privately messaging her, "I'm totally on your side. It's so messed up what these people are doing." And then he goes on Twitter and he's like throwing her under the bus again. Like, the dude has no spine whatsoever. It's insane.
No, that is absolutely crazy, man. Like, why would you do that? Why would you just contradict yourself that much? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he cannot stand by a single thing that he says. Everything that he says, he takes back. It's like, and he's a critic. That's his job, as a critic, and we're supposed to take this guy's opinion seriously. What if I say your opinion on that album is wrong? And you go, "Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh jeez, actually I loved it."
It was actually amazing. I'm sorry that I had a different opinion.